Good afternoon and welcome to another webinar. My name is Dr. Ken Stewart and I will be your presenter for today. During this webinar, if you have any questions, you can email them to me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Before we get started, I would like to bring to your attention our online health and wellness webinars or seminars. You can locate it by going to www.beavermedicalgroup.com, clicking online health seminars, and you will find our upcoming seminars. And if you want, you can register for them right here. If you want to view our recent webinars, you can click our link to our YouTube channel here. And we have over 75 webinars that you can choose from. So feel free to register for upcoming webinars and subscribe to our YouTube channel to obtain alerts when we upload a new video. So the topic for today is sleep more, weigh less. Sleep more, weigh less. It's true. Being short on sleep can really affect your weight. While you weren't sleeping, your body cooked up a perfect recipe for weight gain. When you're short on sleep, it's easy to lean on a large latte to get moving. You might be tempted to skip exercise because you're too tired, you get a takeout for dinner, and then turn in late because you're uncomfortably full. The questions we would like to answer during this webinar are: what happens when your brain is sleepy? What happens when you don't get enough sleep? And tips and tricks for good sleep. Your sleepy brain. Skimping on sleep sets your brain up to make bad decisions. It dulls activity in the brain's frontal lobe, the locus of decision making and impulse control. So it's a little like being drunk. You don't have the mental clarity to make good decisions. Plus, when you're overtired, your brain's reward centers rev up, looking for something that feels good. So while you might be able to squash comfort food cravings when you're well rested, your sleep deprived brain may have trouble saying no to a second slice of cake. Research found that when people were starved of sleep, late night snacking increased, and they were more likely to choose high carb snacks. Another study found that sleeping too little prompts people to eat bigger portions of all foods, increasing weight gain. And added all together, and a sleep brain appears to crave junk food while also lacking the impulse control to say no. Sleep and metabolism. Sleep is like nutrition for the brain. Most people need between 7 to 9 hours each night. Too little sleep triggers a cortisol spike. This stress hormone signals your body to conserve energy to fuel your waking hours. Translation: you're more apt to hang on to the fat. Sleep deprivation makes you metabolically groggy. Within just 4 hours of insufficient Z's, Your body's ability to process insulin, or hormone needed to change sugar, starches, and other food into energy, goes awry. Insulin sensitivity drops or can drop more than 30%. So, what are some tips and tricks to help you sleep more and weigh less? In today's world, snoozing can be difficult, particularly when all your screens lure you into staying up just a little longer. Here are some ideas and tips. Shut down your electronics at least 1 hour before you hit the sack. Save your bedroom for sleep and sex. Think relaxation and release rather than work or entertainment. Create a bedtime ritual. It's not the time to tackle big issues. Instead, take a warm bath, meditate, or read. Stick to a schedule, waking up and retiring at the same time every day, even on weekends. Watch what and when you eat. Avoid eating heavy meals and alcohol close to bedtime, which may cause heartburn and make it hard to fall asleep. And stay clear of soda, tea, specifically caffeinated, coffee, and chocolate after 2 p.m. Caffeine can stay in your system for 5 to 6 hours. Turn out the lights. Darkness cues your body to release the natural sleep hormone melatonin, while light suppresses it. So what's your plan? What tip or trick are you going to include in your upcoming week? Take this time to review the tips and tricks once again and plan to get some Z's. I want to give you a minute or so to look at these tips and tricks and to think about where you would like to incorporate them into your week. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Well, I'll leave it here so you can consider your options. But this brings us to the end of the webinar. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you next week. Feel free to take a picture of this slide and refer back to it as you consider your options for the week to help get more sleep. Thank you, and we will reconnect next week. Take care. Have a good day. Goodbye.